I think digital, you know, has really come in a big way. So, though for the last few years, all of us had been trying to bring in digitization in our work areas, but I think the biggest mindset shift has been that because we were put in a situation where you cannot meet people, physically, you cannot be face to face with your team members or with your clients or supply chain folks, and therefore the only alternative left is to connect with them through a digital medium. I would say that's the biggest shift, and I think because of that, a lot of digital initiatives that we were trying to drive in the organization kind of got accelerated because of the current situation. So I would say, from a mindset perspective, the ability to adopt digital and digitalization as a way of life, I think that's the biggest shift that I've seen. When we say human resource, human comes first, right? Resource comes later. In this current situation where you are not able to meet people physically, I think it assumes even more importance, and therefore regular connect with the team members, with the people that you are working with, whether over phone, or through these platforms like Zoom or MS Teams. I think the frequency has really gone up. In fact, what I felt was that I now am speaking more to some of my team members whom I was not probably able to give so much of time earlier. But I think that's important and that's critical, because everybody is an important part of the team, and everybody has to feel motivated, and everybody has to feel involved and included. So at least that is something as a leader which I have done, and I've also encouraged my team members who are leaders to also do the same with their respective team members. It has always been a big driving force, right? From a connect point of view, yes, in the current situation, you have to be a lot more careful and cautious. Also, for example, one more thing, for example, when you are having a discussion with a team member, right? Now the person is sitting at home, and the person may or may not have, let's say, a headphone, for example. There are a lot of people who stay in smaller houses, with their family members around them. What you say, how you say, becomes very, very important, because it's not just that person you're interacting with, but probably there are 4 or 5 other people who are in the vicinity who are also able to listen to what you are saying to them. And the person could be the breadwinner of the family, right? The person could be the son or daughter whom the parents are very proud of. So I think from that perspective, yes, you have to be extra careful, extra cautious. Whatever that you say, whatever that you communicate has to be in a way measured. There are times when, of course, when you're working with people know, for example, if somebody has a good sense of humor, and let's say at times you keep pulling people's leg just to make the environment more light. But in the current scenario, you have to be very, very careful that whatever that you are saying is understood in the right perspective. People should not take it otherwise. And it's not only them, but it's the people around them also who are listening to you. So from that point of view, yes, it is important. One is that, the younger generations, for example, my sons, were a lot more digital savvy, and I always used to kind of shrug them away. Be more observant in terms of what they are doing, because you pick up a lot of things from them. That is one. I would say that they were visionaries as far as the digital piece is concerned. We kind of followed suit. That is one. Second is, in terms of, as I said, a regular rhythm of interacting with everybody, right? In fact, in this period, I've actually not only on the professional front, but even personal front, spoken to a lot of people whom I had not spoken in years. So I think, from that perspective, if something which I had to do and, make a plan for that, then yes, be in touch with all the important people in my life, whether professionally or personally. And the third thing is to just have fun, not get unduly worried. Take life as it comes, and obviously take it with a very, very positive stride. one of my firm beliefs is that if you have not learned anything from a crisis, then you have actually allowed the crisis to go waste. There are a lot of good things that we have picked up, from a organization point of view. And therefore, I would say that for the next 2 years, organizations which are proactive, organizations which are real visionary organizations would definitely take things forward, which they have picked up during this period. So the virtual piece is something which is good. It has taught us, for example, now the reach has gone up, as I was saying, because you can, you don't really have to travel, from one place to the other, or from one city to the other to meet people. It's at the click of a button. So even if it's a virtual tour of a branch or of another office of your organization, you can do it without, really undertaking a journey. So I think this is something which definitely would stay. A lot of other things which are coming up, which are getting thrown up. So for example, work from home, which all of us realized is something which it can work. It's not that it cannot work, and all the organizations have shown it also. I would say there's a lot of merit in certain roles where it is not necessary to really come to office because the roles may be more system dependent, right? And they can do the jobs effectively over there, and therefore also take time for their personal lives. In a city like Bombay, where I stay, typically 2 hours in the morning and 2 hours in the evening was a commute time, if not more, right? And now at least those 4 hours that are saved can be utilized more productively, both for office work as well as for personal work. So I would say that a lot of good things that have come up. One more thing which is which is there, which I'm sure will assume significance, is the gig economy, where a lot of people who would like to work on a contractual basis instead of taking a full-time employment, and therefore which gives them the flexibility of, let's say, working with a couple of organizations and use their expertise and work as per their requirement. I think that is also something which is going to come up. So both from an organization point of view, where we need to tap these opportunities, and as well as individuals who would also would be working a little differently, I would say, as you move forward. So I would say the next 2 years, to answer your question, yes, some changes will definitely continue. There are certain things where we might like to come back to the way we were doing things, but a lot of good things have emerged, and we really need to look at it from that perspective. And every crisis that mankind has faced has thrown up things which has really improved the overall situation and the overall business. So let's look at it from that perspective.